Well, the further the arrow must be shot, the more it must be pulled back. It is the force to which you have been pulled determines the height you will fly. In other words, the harder the battle, the bigger the victory. Yes, you heard me right. The harder the battle, the bigger the victory. So if you are facing some sort of suffering, if you are enduring something in your life, if you are facing trauma and agony in your life, at this point in time when Rahu aspects the 4 planets, and those 4 planets are Ketu, Venus, Sun and Mercury. You know, on the 26th of October 2022, the planet Mercury goes into the Libra sign. And on the 11th of November 2022, at around 8 p.m. in the evening, the planet Venus will leave the Libra sign. And until then, from 26th of October 2022 until 11th of November 2022, there will be 4 planets in the Libra sign. And Rahu will be aspecting all these 4 planets. So, at this point in time, if you face any sort of agony, if you face any sort of trauma, if you face any sort of suffering, if you endure anything at this point in time, that is an indication that you will see victory in the future. You will see a big victory in the future if you endure things at this point in time. If you are facing problems and difficulties in your life, if you are facing predicaments and ordeals in your life, if you are facing hurdles, barriers and obstacles in your life at this point in time, that is an indication that in the future you are gonna see victory, you are gonna see success, you are gonna see happiness, you are gonna see joy in that particular thing which you are enduring currently. You know, tough times will come, setbacks will come, failures will happen in your life. You will see defeats in your life, but make sure that you don't get defeated in your life. You don't get defeated in your life. All these things which I have told you all just now will be faced by you at some point in time in your life. But a true human being will always try to face all these things and move forward at all costs. So at this point in time, you need to face all these things at this point in time. And as I just told you all, that this would be an indication of future success, of future prosperity, of future happiness and future joy. As I have just given you all an example that the further the arrow must be shot, the more it must be pulled back. It is the force to which you have been pulled will determine how high you will fly. Well, not everyone, but those who face sufferings, agony and trauma at this point in time, you need to stay strong and keep going. Keep going until and unless you overcome that problem and difficulty in your life. You can face any situation in this world. You can face any problem in this world. You can face any difficulty in this world. And more importantly, every human being has the power to overcome them. Well, there is a solution to every problem. A lock is never made without keys. Even the word impossible tells us that I am possible. So you need to keep going at this point in time. You could face some problems regarding your business. You could face some problems regarding your partnership. You could face some problems in your marriage. You could face some problems regarding your relationships at this point in time. Because all these 4 planets, Ketu, Sun, Venus and Mercury are in the Libra sign and is the natural 7th sign of the zodiac belt. You could also face problems in other areas of your life, depending where these 4 planets are placed in your horoscope. Well, if your Libra sign is in the 3rd house, you could face some problems regarding courage, some communication skills. You wouldn't be able to communicate things properly with others at this point in time. In other words, you could create a misunderstanding between you and others at this point in time just because you will not be able to communicate with others at this point in time explicitly. You could damage your relationship very seriously at this point in time because of your lack of communication skills. I mean, Your inability to communicate well could cost you a relationship at this point in time. I mean, if these 4 planets are in the 3rd house, even your siblings could trouble you at this point in time if all these planets are in the 3rd house of your horoscope. I mean, if all these planets are transiting in the 3rd house of your horoscope. Well, ladies and gentlemen, seeing the planetary positions and Rahu aspecting all these 4 planets, I want to tell you all something today. I want to tell you all that everybody in this world has limitations. Every human being in this world has limitations. Every human being in this world has weaknesses. No one is perfect in this world. But if you love someone in this world, if you truly love someone in this world, you will accept them in spite of their limitations, in spite of their flaws. You know, the beauty about the human being is that it has limitation as well as it has potential. So when you truly love somebody, then you will accept their limitations also. As I just told you all that no one is perfect in this world. So at this point in time, you need to ignore and avoid the flaws, the limitations your loved ones have, your near or dear ones have. You need to focus on the positive side of them, not the negative side of them. And if you do this, you will see that your relationship at this point in time will become stronger. Well, if you get angry, bitter or resentful against someone at this point in time, I'd suggest y'all not to do that. In fact, you should have a pure heart with all the people around you. I mean your near or dear ones or loved ones at this point in time. You need to forgive people at this point in time. You need to forgive your friends at this point in time. You need to forgive your relatives at this point in time if they create problems for you and in your life. You know, unforgiveness is that poison which you drink and you expect the other people to die. That will never happen. So you need to take off that baggage from your shoulders at this point in time which is weighing you down. I mean that baggage of unforgiveness. You need to accept the reality that every human being has flaws. You need to accept that every human being in this world has defects, has imperfections, has some sort of deficiency, has some sort of weakness in his or her life. And if every human being in this world was perfect, then who would have prayed to God? Who would have believed in God? It is our limitation, our weaknesses, our deficiencies also which makes us human beings. And that is how God has made us. So you need to accept the flaws, the deficiencies a human being has. I mean, the human beings in your life have. And you need to love them at this point in time. You need to forgive them at this point in time. You need to forgive them from your heart and soul at this point in time. You know, some people tell me that they have forgiven the other person, but they haven't forgotten. I'd say, what kind of forgiveness is this? Where you have forgiven the other person, but you haven't forgotten what they did to you. So if you want to really forgive someone, you need to forgive them from your heart and soul. You need to forget about that incident which happened in your life with them. And you need to move on with them at this point in time when Rahu aspects the 4 planets. That is Ketu, Sun, Venus and Mercury. The other thing is that if you are in a love relationship at this point in time, you need to remain clear with your partner at this point in time. If you haven't been able to tell them your situation, how you feel for them, what would be your future action for them in your life, then this is the time to make things clear to them. You need to tell them clearly what effort you'd be making for them to have them in your life. Don't hide anything from them. Don't keep anything a secret from them. Try to be upfront as more as you can. Try to tell them the truth at this point in time. Well, if you tell them the truth, then things wouldn't get ugly for you and your love partner in the future. Don't hide anything from them at this point in time. If you wish to save that love relationship, that romantic relationship, and as I just told y'all, accept those people as they are, with their flaws, with their limitations, with their deficiencies. Well, this is all I wanted to tell you all about Rahu aspecting the 4 planets. If you want some specific predictions about yourself, then you may contact me directly. Well, like I always say, that if you wish to know your future through astrology, and you are determined to live the best possible version of yourself, well, one must always try to live his or her best version of themselves, because there is only one life to live. There are no duplicates of a life. You will not get a chance to live this beautiful life once again. And if you want to enhance your luck in your life, if you want to boost your luck in your life, if you want to increase and improve your luck in your life, then let me tell you, I have several remedies for you. You know, these remedies which I am talking about are a fusion of astrological remedies, Vastu remedies and religious remedies, which can be utilized by any person of any religion, because I believe that there is only one God in this universe. And if you want me to pray for you, because prayer can move mountains, so if you want me to pray for your health, wealth, success, money, business, career, job, relationships, education, marriage, married life, children, property, etc., 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 then also you may contact me. You may also contact me for a Vastu visit of your flat, office, residence or factory. And if you are hell-bent on taking your life from the ridiculous to the sublime, from the low point to the high point, from nothing to something, then you may contact me over WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. Have a great day and a great life ahead. God bless y'all. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Kali.